It's okay. Sit down. Sit down. It's episode 44. It's 2 in 1 week. I know. It's scary, but, you know. I told you guys on the last show it'd be shorter doses, but more doses in a week. So, kind of like a polio vaccine. You have to go twice in a week to make it happen, you know? Alright, ECW. I guess we're doing these rosters in order of days, not in order of quality, because ECW is by far the crappy brand of the three. The C brand, if you will. They're bright spots right now. You've got Morrison and Miz, who have been a blessing to WWE, not just ECW, since they formed over the summer. Actually, last year. You know, the other really big bright spot with ECW besides Morrison and Miz has been Matt Hardy, the ECW champion, who's been the champion, I believe, since Unforgiven. Yes, the championship scramble, he won that. He's great, you know. You know, somebody asked me if one of the questions for the show that I was going to use this week if I didn't do the rant was, is Matt Hardy a credible world champion? Will he be elevated to the WWE the World Championship? Well, you got to see it like this. ECW is, by all means and measures, a world championship. It's defended all over the world, just like the 2 top titles. And it's defended on one of WWE's brands. WWE is the premier sports entertainment company in the world. And their 3 major championships are the WWE title, the World Heavyweight title, and the ECW title. They are the 3 world championships of that company. You know, PWI doesn't recognize ECW as a world title, but I do, and a lot of people do. And Matt Hardy's brought a lot of credibility to the championship by defending it, you know, all the time, and all the house shows, and the pay-per-views, and all that. Other than that, other than those 3, Morrison, Miz, and Matt Hardy, you have a dismal outlook for ECW. Boogeyman, who appears out from behind everybody every few weeks. With his crappy teeth in his mouth. He's useless. Evan Bourne, who's hurt with an ankle injury right now. He'll be back who knows when. Hopefully soon, because he's another bright spot that they were having for a while. Dreamer, who's been on the outskirts of a winning streak for the last 2 years. Finlay and Hornswoggle, who are a great comedy act, but nobody's ever going to take Finlay seriously ever again, now that he's been Hornswoggle's father for the last year. That's never going to be the same for him again. This new guy, DJ Gabriel, along with Alicia Fox, the former wedding planner for Edge and Vicky. I like Gabriel. I like his look. I like how he's the heel. I like his heel persona. And I like Alicia Fox, Victoria Crawford. She's hot, you know. I'm not a big fan of much of ECW as far as the women are concerned, but Alicia Fox is hot. I can see where Edge wanted to go against Vicky. That was cool. By the way, I'm going to talk about Edge and Vicky on the next one, because SmackDown, very confusing. Very confusing. Chavo and Bam Neely. Chavo is technically a part of the ECW roster, but he's pretty much Vicky's wheelchair pusher. What the hell has he done except be cannon fodder for The Undertaker the last month? Nothing. And I have not seen Bam Neely in a long time. I may have I missed ECW that week, or I missed his match that week. I haven't seen him in a good month and a half, 2 months. Where has he been? The former ECW champion Mark Henry, along with Tony Atlas, should be the world champion again, the ECW champion again. Maybe by the time you see this, I don't know what the spoilers are for ECW this week, so we'll see. Mark Henry is always in the #1 contender spot for ECW, which is very surprising. He's been with the company now for 12 years, and he's just now a worthy contender of a championship for the brand he's on. Yeah, he was up there with Batista for the World Heavyweight Championship, but nobody ever bought that he was going to beat Batista. He beat Batista down and caused him to be injured for the first time in his championship brand and cost him the championship. Batista even says that in his book, that it was Mark Henry's sloppiness that cost him the championship. Ricky Ortiz. Aaron, where's my rally towel? He forgot my... Damn it, Aaron forgot my... He's fired. Aaron forgot my... Dude, really? With the rally towels? That's stupid. Why? Why? And he's got the goofy hair and the... Jack Swagger. Matt Striker likes this guy a lot. I can tell when he says Jack Swagger, and it's funny. A lot of people have said he looks like a combination of Aaron Rift and Josh Tariff. In the face, yeah, but, you know, he's actually wrestling, and I don't know. He hasn't really grown on me yet at all. I really don't like him very much. And this guy Gavin Spears, who appeared a couple of times, but he's been inactive since September. Hasn't been seen or heard from since September. He was part of the WWE initiative. I forget what Teddy Long called it, and along with Tiffany, who's also hot. Taryn Terrell, the former Playboy model who's now with WWE, she's cute, like her. The Superstar Initiative, that's what it's called, the Superstar Initiative. They're basically feeding all the Florida guys into ECW to give them a tryout on TV, and then, okay, now we can move them to one of the two-hour shows. If ECW is ever going to be taken seriously, they need to have a full roster. This is the roster, and what I have for ECW, this is what I have for SmackDown. There's the difference. People, personnel. They need to expand the roster and move it to 2 hours. Or focus on the core talent that they have and keep it 1 hour. Focus on Miz and Morrison. Focus on Matt Hardy, Mark Henry, Finlay and Hornswoggle, Chavo if he ever wrestles again, and, you know, a few others. Tommy Dreamer, even though he's still at the twilight of his career, Tommy is a fan favorite. He's ECW original. He's the only one left, you know. Make him a focus of the group, make it of the brand. And honestly, the announce team is terrible. Todd Grisham has no business being anything but an interviewer. He's a terrible play-by-play individual. And Matt Striker, he's okay on color, but he's not what the King or Taz are at all, even close. They need to hire out a casting call for a new color commentator and play-by-play guy, because they're both terrible. Or move somebody to ECW that deserves to be there, like Michael Cole. Get Michael Cole out of Raw, make him go away. Terrible. And, you know, it's just, ECW's terrible. What else can I say? They're a terrible brand. They are by and far the farm leagues. They're basically a feeding ground for Florida, and they've got a lot of great talent in Florida that we're not seeing. All we're seeing is these goobers that they're feeding us every Tuesday, part of, you know, the Superstar thing. And I'm very sad, and I know a lot of us are very sad that ECW is not what it once was and what we were promised 2.5 years ago. The revival of ECW with Paulie and Rob and Sandman and Dreamer and Sabu and all those guys that were part of the original ECW, and Just Incredible, Lance Storm, all those guys that we never got to see, or we hardly ever saw. They made Rob the world champion for 3 weeks. And if he hadn't got busted, which Rob even said on this show was a blessing in disguise, that ECW would probably be thriving. So, I'm going to wrap it up there. ECW sucks. I'll talk about a better brand next time. And we'll see you next time with SmackDown Rant.